Take it off and wrap it in. Wire hooked out. There are 4 coils on the crochet. Wire hook over the front too. There are 3 more coils on the crochet. Winding what-time hook. Needle reduction complete. Crochet a long needle in each stitch, and crochet the rest of these for it. The next stitch goes in. Crochet a long needle. Continue. Mark buckled off. Count the stitches. 2, 4, 10, 14, 18, 22, 26, 30, 34, 38, 42, 46, 48. 48 stitches in total. The last stitch hangs the marking buckle. Then penetrate the first needle. Hook lead connection. Tension. Complete. So here we are, crocheting lap 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lap 6. Hook reduction needle on both sides. The place to start. No need for hook reduction needle. After the hook comes back, the needle will be reduced. The 5th circle is to start the needle reduction. Needle reduction at the end of the 6th lap. The 7th lap starts to reduce the needle. Needle reduction at the end of the 8th lap. The needle reduction here remains unchanged. The needle reduction here needs to be changed. Hook to lock pins 1, 2. Organize from the bottom. Squashed here. No problem. Put on the marker buckle. You start by crocheting a long needle in 1 stitch. The first pin is hung with the marking buckle. Crochet a long needle in each stitch. Now it hooks to the position of the needle before the mark buckles. Sort it out. Check if the position is deviated. There's no bias. These 2 needle hooks reduce the needle. Take the mark off first. Crochet winding. The next needle goes in. The wire hooks out. There are 3 coils on the crochet. Wire hook over the front too. Crochet winding again. The next needle goes in and the winding hooks out. There are 4 coils on the crochet. Wire hook over the front too. There are also 3 coils on the crochet. Winding what-time hook. Needle reduction complete. Crochet a long needle in each stitch. And crochet the rest. Hook to the end, leave 2 stitches. Two stitches remaining, crocheted reduced stitches. Mark buckle off, winding. Next stitch. Hooked at one time. Hang up the marking buckle. Penetration first hook pull. Tension. Round 6 completed. And when that's done, it's 46 stitches. The next 7th and 8th laps. Same as the hook method on the 5th and 6th laps. The 7th loop hook method is the same as the 5th loop. When you tick the 8th lap, and 6th lap, the number of stitches in each circle needs to be reduced by 2 stitches on both sides. The total number of stitches in the 7th lap is 44 stitches. The total number of stitches in the 8th circle is 42 stitches. Self-crocheted back. Next, I will explain the crocheting of lap 9. The 9th circle of hooks is a long circle of needles without reduction. Total number of needles, 42 needles. First hook to lock pins as a standing needle for the long needle. Crochet the first long needle at the first stitch. Put a marker on the first stitch. Crochet a long needle in each stitch. Hook this whole circle. Everyone hooks this circle by themselves. You only crochet 1 stitch per stitch. Ninth lap. And then, finally, the last stitch of the tag is done. Remove the marker buckle and hang it on the last stitch. The total number of stitches in this circle is 42 stitches. 9th lap completed. Next, do the 10th turn of crocheting. Need to change the stitch of the short needle to crochet, a whole circle of crochet without reduction. Total number of needles, 42 short needles. Hook a lock pin first, standing needle as short needle. Wire hooked out. The first stitch of the hook in the marking buckle. Direct threading. Wired and hooked out. There are 2 coils on the crochet. Winding what time hook. This is the hook method of the short needle. Mark buckled off, hanging on his needle. The needle head and the needle head of the long needle are the same. Both have a braid on the side. Through the bottom of the bar. Crochet a short needle in each stitch. Second needle penetration. Do not wind the wire and wear it directly. After going in, the wire hooks out. There are 2 coils on the crochet. The winding is hooked at one time. The next needle goes in. The wire hooks out. There are 2 coils on the crochet. Winding what time hook. Penetration winding hook out. Winding and hooking at one time. Keep repeating the hook method of the short needle. Hook this whole circle. Thread it in and hook it out. Then the wire is hooked at one time. Note, once it is worn in and hooked out. The second time, 2 coils were hooked at once. Hook this whole circle. This is the last loop of the bag. After hooking, explain the crocheting of the accessories part. After hooking the last stitch that the mark buckled hangs on, remove the mark again. Penetration first hook pull. Tighten again. Count after hooking. 10 laps in total.